shupavu. Tumekuwa na maendeleo tokea tujipatie uhuru.
Welcome to my tech channel. My name is Dr. David Frederick Makobe. I provide the information on this channel about the impact individuals, groups, structures and processes have on behavior within organizations. And today we are going to have the impact individuals, groups, structures and processes have on behavior within society. Specifically, I'm going to have a contribution to the election that is going to take place in Kenya on 9th, particularly for those diaspora Kenyans who live in the United States and need information about what they will expect when they go to the voting station. We will start by listening to the Kenya national anthem, because it's important that everybody understands that it's our responsibility to keep this country, the country running. And even if you live in the diaspora or you're a Kenyan American, if Kenya succeeds, you succeed wherever you go. So basically we have to remember that so that we keep the country running. Kila siku tuwe na shukrani, Kenya ikuwe na heshima. This is a public service video. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission requested that Kenyans in the diaspora can help with the dissemination of information about the election. So here is number 12, we said there. The question is, in what ways can Kenyans in the diaspora support voter mobilization initiatives? We at African Wood Incorporated have decided that we can help in disseminating information in this brochure about what to expect in the voting stations and what to do when you reach there and what to do after the election. So this is a public service to the country. So first of all, questions have been raised as to how the criteria that was used to select the voting centers. The Commission gazetted voting centers in the diaspora depending on the following: presence of Kenyan mission, number of registered voters, and the financial stability to support the logistics. That's basic logistical stuff. And as you can see, there are 12 countries in which people are voting outside Kenya. Uganda has 1,411 registered voters, and they have 3 polling stations. Dar es Salaam has 992, it has 2. Arusha has 410 as one. Kigali in Rwanda has 1,090 and as two. Going down, we go down up to United States has Washington D.C., which has 314, one polling station. New York, which has 132, which has one, and Los Angeles, which has 298, which has one. Which is a really difficult considering that the request for voting has been a thing that has been going on for a long time. It's disappointing that only so few people registered to vote, but it's a start. So next time, remember to go and vote, because now people ask to be allowed to vote, and then people are not showing up to vote. A big shout out to the people in Doha, because you can see this, Doha, Qatar is a small country with only in Doha they have 1497 registered voters with 3 polling stations, while the United States hasn't done very well. Anyhow, what are the requirements for voting in the diaspora? Basically, you must have a valid Kenyan passport or a national ID, being the document type that they use to register. Be 18, of course. You can't get an ID without being 18. Present themselves physically at the polling station. Present the documents to the presiding officer at the polling station. Be identified through the KIMS kit. So basically, you must have registered, and the information must be in the system, and you must provide the document that you use to register, either a Kenyan passport or a national ID. So when you wake up in the morning and you go to the polling station, you must carry your passport or your national ID or both, and of course you should be over 18. And you cannot vote by distance voting. You cannot do online vote. You cannot do anything like that. You must show up there and identify yourself, and you should be identified through the KIMS system. The polling stations will open at 6 and close at 5. Election day is Tuesday, 9th August 2020, and it's local time. So it's not Kenyan time, it's local time. We'll make arrangements to ensure smooth running of the polling stations. Of course, that's their responsibility. How will the KIMS be deployed? There will be one KIMS kit in every polling station for use during voter identification and result transmission. Extra KIMS have also been provided, just as default. Or what do you call it? Just for safety. Professional ICT have been deployed to all polling stations to promptly respond to technical challenges. Okay, so basically you should not be worried about the keys failing, because there will be somebody here to take care of it. The Commission will provide security during the exercise in collaboration with the host embassies and consulates. For the purpose of the 2020 election, Kenyan citizens registered to vote outside the country will only participate in the presidential election. If a voter requires assistance, they should come with somebody to assist them, or an IBC official will help. We are still in the pandemic, and the Commission will strictly enforce observance of COVID prevention protocols in the host countries. And of course, we have monkeypox also going on, so basically the health protocols as required by host countries will be in place. Who is allowed in the polling stations? 1, the voters. 2, accredited media. 3, accredited election observers. 4, candidates. 5, accredited party and candidate agents. Any other person allowed by ABC. Where can you get credible electoral information? Through the press, through media briefs, through IBC social media, virtual meetings with diaspora groups, physical meetings with diaspora groups, information material like this brochure, flyer, and phone calls. And of course, you can see I am doing this as a public service. In what ways can Kenyans in diaspora support voter mobilization? Kenyans in the diaspora can support the Commission to mobilize voters through disseminating information contained in this voucher through their social media networks and platforms. We're using YouTube, mobilizing registered voters to come out in large numbers to vote for their preferred presidential candidate on 9th August, and informing them, those who vote, to use only one mark. When you go in there and you get a ballot paper, please don't spoil it. Just make a tick or a cross, or put a finger, if you can write a thumbprint in one place, so that it specifically everybody knows what you want, what you intended. So that is, hope you get something from this one. It's a public service announcement for you. Make sure you show up to vote on 9th of August from 6 to 5 local time, where you registered. And if you didn't register, please plan on registering next time there is an election, so that, because if you don't vote, you're voting for the winner. Whether you like the winner or not, you have voted for them because you didn't vote. Absenting yourself does not make it better, it makes it worse. So there it is, and we are hoping that the best candidate wins and that we keep the country running. Let's remember there is going to be 10th of August, and we need to be able to go on with our business in the country. So and an election, a competition, means somebody wins, another one loses. That's the basic thing about an election. One person will win, another one will lose. So be prepared. Don't just think that you are going there and your person will go to win. But whoever wins is a Kenyan, and he's got 5 years to work, and you will have another time to vote. So let's just take it slow. Go to the vote. Go to the polling station at 6. Cast your vote and wait. And when the election results are announced, if your candidate wins, be good, celebrate, but be conscious that your neighbor may have lost, so you have to treat them well. And if you are the one whose candidate lost, just make sure that you remember there's going to be another time for you to vote for your candidate. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. David Frank Makobe. I am a consultant with African Wood Incorporated in Wilmington, Delaware. We do organization structure, organization behavior, entrepreneurship, and on this channel I actually talk about the impact individuals, groups, structures, and processes have on behavior within organizations and within society. And in this particular case, this is the process of election, okay? And it has got a big impact on behavior in our society. And you as voters or as citizens, you also contribute to the behavior in the society. So whether we have a country that is respected, like the national anthem says, depends on us. So I'll play it again just to remind you that we need to make sure that we have a country that is respected.
Thank you.